In this short video, we're going to look at some of the properties of concave lenses and how to draw ray diagrams when looking at concave lenses. So, concave lenses are lenses that will go and spread the beam of light out. So we could also go and call it a diverging lens because it causes light to diverge. So, as always, make sure that you've drawn your arrows on to show which way the beams of light are going, and we would see from that that the beams of light would go and spread out. So the diverging from that line, from our line of action. So if we want to go and work out where the focal point would be on a concave lens, you might go and have a diagram that will go and have the beams of light going and spreading out from that side, and it might go and ask us where our focal point is going to be. So the focal point is always going to be behind the line of action. So you would go using a ruler and just follow it back up through so our focal point would be at that point just there, and it would be that distance from the lens. So that is how you'd go and work out where the focal point would be. So the third thing that we need to look at is where the image would appear if we were going to go and put on our, or where the object would actually be if we could see an image on this side of our concave lens. So if we go and put on the focal points in a question, you would be given the focal points, you won't have to put them on. If we go and have this as the image height, your first line would go through our line of action and through that focal point just there. The second line would go through from that object point down to, or through where the lines meet, making sure that we go and we put a few arrows on to show the direction of the light. And the point at which, so we go back through, and it would be that point there where the object, so if that's the image, where that object would actually be. So one use then of concave lenses is to go and using magnifying glasses. So we can go and work out what the magnification would actually be. So if we measured this in millimeters, I'm only going to do this very roughly, and we measured that as being 10 millimeters, and the image we measured as being 50 millimeters, we can then go and work out what the magnification would be using the following equation. So we're going to have the image divided by the object height, so that would be 50 divided by 10, which would give us a magnification of times 5. So that is just a very, very brief summary of some of the key things that you need to know about concave lenses in order to go and draw ray diagrams and answer a few exam questions based around this concept.